Hey guys, it's Pursuing Bunnies!
And yes, we are back with Date Warp.
And last time we played a game that was Hangman without the Hanging Man, and
It was pretty much the same
yeah, it
as
was,
Raphael's route.
yeah, I don't recall anything that was distinctly different in it.
Maybe that's because we're on the bad route, and maybe on the good route something will be significantly different.
Or maybe it's
Or at
just a
least slightly.
scene that they put in.
To, take up time.
Because they were pretty good at that too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Alright, let's get back into this. We're in this dream. I'm sinking, not in water, but in a substance as dark and sticky as molasses. It clings to my limbs with every movement, wearing me down. I'm not afraid, because it's so dense. I can't sink quickly. It should be easy to stay afloat, at least for a while.
This is not the same dream, is it? Did we have this dream?
I don't believe so.
I don't remember this.
Okay, if you don't remember it, then we probably didn't. See, I kind of remembered it, but I couldn't remember if it was because of the playthrough I already saw on YouTube, or if we actually had this dream. But I mean, if you're thinking the same thing I am.
Well, let's keep going through it because maybe once we've gone through it a little more, it'll become clearer whether we've done it or not.
I know there was a dream about being in a car with Bradley and going in circles.
Yes, which we didn't have this time.
So maybe
it's a replacement?
Maybe. I'll be alright as long as I stay calm, but I can't see anything. No light to guide me, no sign of help coming. How long can I hold on? And then from nowhere, a force pushes my head down under the surface. Yeah, see? Because it was the car scene
that pushes us here.
I'm in bed. I must have slipped down somehow. I'm all tangled in the sheets, and there's no pillow under my head. No wonder I was struggling in my dream. Wearily, I pull the sheet off of my face. What on earth? The force field, which was covering the windows and doors, blocking my escape from the house, has started to crawl inward. That's what shoved me down the bed. If the fields are collapsing, something must have gone terribly wrong. I need to get help. Everybody, wake up!
Overly dramatic, Janet.
No one's already awake. But the force fields...
We know. Come downstairs. We've been waiting for you to wake up.
Like, no one thought this was important enough to wake me up and tell me, hey, so stuff is happening here. Like, no one.
As I recall, he was actually messing with us, though. Like, not everyone was awake or knew what was going on.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Alright, slipped my mind. That jerk! I hurry downstairs. Here, too, the force field has shrunk inward a few inches away from the door.
Janet, thank goodness you're all right. Where's Bradley?
How should I know? Bradley hops down the stairs behind me, still fastening his pants, his face a show of confusion and dismay. Obviously, Lens was playing some kind of prank on me back there. Never mind. What's happening? Nathaniel shakes his head.
There is no immediate cause for concern. The power coils are crystallizing on schedule. Everything is on target for the reintegration this evening. This is simply an unexpected side effect.
Unexpected side effect? You said the force fields were a result of power buildup interacting with the security system wiring around the doors and windows. I point at the freestanding shimmer, which is clearly not surrounded by a door frame. Does that look like wiring to you?
It could still be projected somehow. Clearly, I was mistaken about the nature of the interference. It must be some sort of ethereal pressure differential relating to the growing potential energy. Cut the technobabble and get to the point. Oh, Alben.
Yeah.
Why aren't you more worried about this? Simple logic. Those field effects have been discernible for days without noticeable change. Based on their demonstrated rate of expansion, they will not encroach on the laboratory before the process concludes. Therefore, they do not represent a substantial change in the risk projections for the procedure. Really, one has to expect a few unusual reactions when tampering with the forces of nature. I think that this is more of an explanation than we got last time.
I think so. You were expecting something like this?
Fires, floods, explosions, hallucinations. These things happen.
Crazy freaking dreams?
I don't like the sound of this. No one asked you to come here.
No,
We didn't ask to stay here.
we didn't.
We all chose to take the risk for Bianca's sake. If I could send the two of you back to safety, I would.
But there's no way to escape without killing Bianca.
As I said, the risk parameters have not substantially changed. You can all go about your daily business. I will keep an eye on the lab. God will watch over us.
But with the burning, twisting light of the force fields pressing in around us, how are we supposed to relax for the day?
And here it comes. 5 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't let me click for 5 minutes. All in a bunch, we pelt down the stairs, clawing at the rails to keep from falling. Linz, the force field is collapsing!
Janet, be careful!
He catches my elbow as I stumble.
We need to get inside.
Alben pulls the door open and holds it so that everyone else can crowd through into the laboratory.
Power levels are still increasing.
The force fields are speeding up out there. We'll be crushed.
Perhaps I should recalculate my risk parameters.
Perhaps there's not time for that.
Can you do it or can't you? With such a powerful reaction, it's clear that something will happen when we engage the plasmonic conduit. There is a substantial chance that it will kill us all.
His hands hover over a series of controls.
The beta connector's blown loose again. Raphael, reconnect that. Yes, sir. 3 minutes and counting, but the levels are high enough that we could engage now if necessary. If the fields keep coming.
I swallow hard. This is it then. Alben looks at us for a moment, then walks over to stand beside his sister, his pale hand covering hers.
Just get it over with. Do it now before things get any worse.
Are you...
Do it! Engaging.
Oh, what happened?
Did we die?
Did someone die?
Did it work? I can't see anything. Half the circuits are blown and the readouts are dead.
Thank goodness we're still here.
Oh, Janet's alive.
Janet's alive.
Is everyone all right? I wonder if this time...
It was just...
No, I'm thinking that someone might still be dead.
If it was Alben.
Maybe. There should be an emergency flashlight under this panel somewhere. I'll find it. Because Raphael's obviously still here.
I hear Raphael rustling about, but... Alben?
Things that I was probably right about.
Yeah. Bianca? Get those lights on! Alben would never be quiet at a moment like this. I hear a click and a mumble in the background as someone tries to get a flashlight working, but I'm not paying attention. That's just a tiny bit of light. That tiny bit of light is just enough for me to find my way over to the table. Bianca's pale flesh shines like a beacon in the darkness, but I can't see Alben anywhere. I'll check her first. Her hand is limp and cool. I can't find a pulse. Someone else is moving through the darkness towards me. But I don't care about that. I have to find him. He was standing back here behind the... There's something on the floor. I fall on my knees beside Alben's unmoving form. Call an ambulance.
Janet.
I'm not listening. I'm trying to remember what I know about first aid for electrical shock. Clear the airway, loosen the clothes around his neck, tilt the head back, open and close his jaw a few times. Why won't he start breathing? I pinch his nose shut and cover his mouth with my own. That always sounded romantic in the books I read when I was young, but now it's nothing of the sort. He's dying right under my hands. Breathe, you idiot. You fight against everything. Fight now. Breathe. Someone lays a hand on my shoulder.
Janet, I'm so sorry.
No, it's not over. Let's experiment. The shock. He needs CPR.
I don't believe that's likely to be the case. If he was caught in the etheric vortex.
What kind of doctor are you? Do something.
If you'll stop screaming and get out of the way, I can examine them.
I'm not screaming.
I think you're screaming.
I think I'm, yeah.
Janet, we'll do what we can. You shouldn't watch.
But
There's nothing more you can do here.
There's nothing I can do anywhere. My heart is pounding in my ears. My fingers are tingling. I must have been hyperventilating.
I'll take her upstairs.
I can feel Bradley's arm guiding me, supporting me as I stumble. At the same time, I can't feel anything at all. Why Alben? How could this happen? What went wrong?
Because it didn't seem to save either of them.
Right!
Anyway, hey, I'm sorry about, everything. I guess it's kind of my fault because I brought you here.
He looks at me, but I can't find any words. I'm dizzy. I should sit down, but I can't.
Yeah. So anyway, that force field should be gone now. We can go outside, get some fresh air. You'll feel better.
I wish he'd go away and leave me alone. I can't cry with him watching me. Alben never wanted anyone to see him cry.
Let's just do this, okay? Don't think about it. Come on.
Again, he puts his arm around me and leads me forward, out through the mansion's front door.
So, here we are. New universe and everything.
It's raining again. Or still. I can't tell the difference. It doesn't really matter.
Must have been a bad storm, huh? Look, there's trees knocked over everywhere.
Somewhere, I hear a phone ringing.
Janet, isn't that your phone? They came back to their universe!
Wordlessly, I dig in my purse to find my phone so I can switch it off. Wait, my phone can't be ringing. It hasn't worked since we got to this universe. I hold up the phone and stare at the caller ID.
Amma? Amma? Your mother?
Oh yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
she's not,
I think the words that Curry is Indian, but she's probably from an Indian background.
I think she might have said it specifically in Raphael's route.
I can't remember. But I know that, her last name is sort of an Indian name, so. We're back in Memphis?
He whirls in place, and I drift in his wake. Behind us stands Nathaniel's mansion and all its lights.
The house is here, but that's impossible.
Is this the wormhole here where we stand? If I run out to the woods now, if I go home, will all of this disappear? Will it never have happened at all? They would never die because I would never know. But only a coward runs away from everything that hurts. I'm going back inside to wait for news and tell them about where we are. I shouldn't have left. I don't wait for his reply. I push past him into the house. But when I see Raphael, I already know. Oh, oh.
The mystical forces unleashed by Lenz's experiment had torn a hole through time and space. The mansion and all its inhabitants found themselves in a forest on the outskirts of Memphis in Bradley and Janet's universe. Despite many attempts and visits to the site every 5 years afterward, they were never again able to travel between worlds, and no trace of Bradley's sister Susan was ever found. The mystery would never be explained. Janet did eventually return to her studies at Brooke College. She decided not to study medicine, but instead became the author of a science fiction and fantasy-themed romance novels. Her readers enjoyed her sense of adventure, but reviews always criticized her awkward handling of intimate scenes, accusing her of never having known love herself. Alben and Bianca were buried together, with 2 stone angels to stand watch over their eternal sleep.
Ending for Stone Angels.
That's so sad.
This is actually the Alben ending I saw. And I've forgotten.
Oh, look at my babies! Okay, so
now that we have little
4-legged furry children about.
girl whose name I'm not allowed to say while you're on the internet.
Yes.
Are you planning on eating tonight?
Maybe. Let us finish up this because we're like at the end of
At
an
the end.
episode.
All right.
Okay, so that was my dad making his guest appearance and all of my furry children. I love my furry children.
Yeah. Noisy as they may be.
They're cute as
Anyway.
buttons. Anyway,
This
so,
was the Alben ending I saw, and it's so freaking sad.
but not as sad as Raphael's ending, I have to say.
Yeah, Raphael's ending was sad. Yeah.
Because in some ways it's kind of like at least he and his sister get to be together.
Yeah. The bigger story was nice.
Yeah, so
In
any case, thanks for watching, and we are going to probably start on the next, the
good ending
in this today. So
yeah, and by the way, it's still Easter, in case you were wondering.
yeah, it's 7 o'clock on Easter.
But yeah,
It's still Easter, and we'll probably be doing some more videos. So
thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
bye.